All right, good evening. This is the Dayton Historical Commission meeting. It is December 9th, 2025, and I'm calling the meeting to order at 6:08. This meeting is being recorded and will be shown later on Dayton's YouTube channel. The listing of matters are those reasonably anticipated by the chair, which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. Pat Gales, chairperson.
Robert Jelton, present.
Pat Olson.
Shara Costa.
Irene Alley.
Is that Karen?
Okay, and we'll stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So Zach took the minutes for you. Well, you were gone in November. Does anyone have any changes, additions, corrections?
I don't say, the only thing I didn't have was who.
Oh, yes.
Motion to close and who seconded it.
Yeah, but that's nothing.
But other than that,
Okay,
I thought the minutes were excellent. I thought they were concise, but I was surprised not to see the fact that we had the discussion about not putting it.
because were we,
That was it.
I don't know if we were rolling yet.
I don't think that was during.
I don't think that was during the actual meeting.
Yeah,
Ah,
That's the reason why I didn't include it.
yeah, because
do we need to put that in these minutes?
I would say probably, that's something we probably do want on record, I would imagine. I don't know if we need to vote for it, but. Or I don't know, that's, I'm not sure. What do you think?
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, you can talk about it. I don't think it needs to be, like you said, I don't think it needs to be a vote. It's just.
Oh, I don't even need to vote. I said no.
It's a discussion. I mean, you can, it doesn't have to be recorded.
So we could put it on the agenda for the next one as a discussion item.
Yeah.
No vote, just to review and discuss.
Yeah.
This was
Okay.
some kind of record of us doing it. Right now, there has been no record of us doing it,
Yes.
discussing it.
Okay.
This tabled.
Yep.
Well, no, approval of the minutes can still be discussed.
Yeah, okay. Motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? No, okay. All in favor? Aye. And that motion passes. Pat, any remembrances?
I did not see any, and I apologize again if there were some that I missed. And I looked and I didn't, do you know of anybody who passed away in the month of December?
There was one, but it hasn't been finalized, so I don't really want to.
Okay, understand. I didn't have any. But when you talk about remembrances, if I can have 10 minutes, coming up with Rafa's party and how we all much enjoy going to Rafa's party. So in preparation of that, I am making a game of only Dayton people. That's what the tie-in for remembrances, just so you don't think I'm not going off on a tangent. I'm really not.
That's a
So
good idea.
Just, all right.
Oh, the who's who game?
Yeah.
That's an awesome
But they're only
idea.
Dayton
That's an
people.
awesome
So this is
idea.
just an example, all right? So just put your answer, don't yell your answer out loud. Oh, you can, I don't care. So I'm gonna give you four people. These are all Dayton people.
Currently
They
living
can
or
be
past?
alive or dead,
Oh, okay.
alive or dead.
Oh, okay. That's an
All right, as
awesome
soon as
idea.
you know, yell your answer, because when we do it that night, we're not gonna do it this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Born in 1923, I am the current recipient of the Dayton Boston Post game.
Oh, Dorothy Perry.
Yeah, I knew, yeah.
Born in 1754, enlisted in Massachusetts Revolutionary Forces, discharged in 1780, re-enlisted in 1781, wed Mary Atwood. I expect you to get this. Come on.
Oh,
John
I
Adams.
expect you to get this
No.
more than anybody.
Andrews,
Whitmarsh? No.
Mary Andrews. Oh,
No,
Joe
Mary-
Winslow.
Job Winslow for the Winslow Museum.
Okay.
See, these are all things that if you don't know them now, you want to know them. Okay, next one's easy. You'll all get this. Born in 1776, the fifth of 10 children, peaceable and
Oh, Scout George Briggs.
Let me finish.
I didn't even know.
Hawking, credited with building many stone walls. in
That I would
town.
know.
George Briggs. The next one's for Zach. Born in 1907, passed in 2002, a respected educator, starting as a teacher and becoming a grade school principal for several years.
Wasn't two.
Born in 1907, passed in 2002, a respected educator. I could have added
Rose
Weird.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, but that's your girlfriend, Rose Borges, that you want to interview, and she's been dead for 20-some years. Oh, come on, that was just for you I did that. All
I
right,
was thinking at my school, I was like,
you should all get the next one. Passed at 95 years old in 2014, and don't jump the gun. A founding member of the Dayton Historical Society and served as town historian for several decades.
Elaine Varley.
Elaine Varley.
Yeah.
Last one, just as practice, this is the last one. Dayton's school physician
oh,
from 1933,
Oh.
yeah, hold your horse,
33.
until 1984, so that's 50 something.
Oh, okay.
He lived on the corner of Main and Somerset Ave,
Dr. Souza.
Charles
Right.
M. Souza. So those are the type of questions, and I have so many more names,
I was gonna, yeah.
alive or dead, but they're Dayton, they're people you should know. It's Dayton Who's Who, that's the name of the.
I love that
fun.
game. I love that game.
Fun.
And I hope to do it in addition to yours. You gave me the inspiration. I enjoy that part of your party.
Me too,
so
Rafa,
much.
me too. It's
So
my favorite, it's my
much.
favorite part. I could do it all night.
Stan's ideas. Give him all the credit.
Well, but
It's my favorite part of the game. It's my
he's
favorite part
not
of the
here
night.
and you are.
food.
I want to tell you how much I enjoy
It's my
that.
favorite part of the game,
I do.
the night too.
That was.
How many names?
You don't play charades.
How many names do you
I
have?
like charades.
I like charades.
Like 25, 30.
Okay, if I can probably think of some more.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an awesome idea.
You'll have to copyright it, make a game and.
Yeah, Dayton Who's Who.
It's like guess who, but
So that's why I mentioned it during the remembrances
Nice, yeah.
portion, because.
No, nice.
I
Very
do
good.
I do a similar game with like Disney characters at school, but like I'll think of a Disney character, you can only guess the character by asking yes or no questions. Like were they this? Were they
20
like
questions, like-
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but this
Well,
is
see, I thought of doing that just like his game. So you would put one to your head that you can't see.
right.
But are all of you gonna know these? No, you're
No.
not.
No.
You're too young. You're
Yeah,
too
I
young.
won't.
And, you know,
It depends. Like
I know a couple, but that's it.
I know, but you should know some things from history.
right, I'll know way historical. I'm not gonna know more like the post
I
Yeah.
have to reread the entire book.
1930. 1930. I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna know more like pre 1900 because that's more. That wasn't alive for any of it. Or
Are you sure?
Well, we weren't alive in 1770.
no, but no.
Just so you know.
That was actually really funny.
But you weren't alive in 1930. Oh, shit, we were.
It's like to me, like I'm thinking like a school nurse. I think of Rosemary Gordon. Like that's but like school nurses from your generation, I wouldn't know that one.
Good, I could add her name. and
You could,
I'll
yeah.
aim that at you next time.
Softball.
Because there will be people that will know her as the school nurse. Yeah. So, very good. Okay.
Cool.
Our budget, we don't have any expenditures. Did we order our brochure holder, Shara?
So, no, the brochure holders were not ordered. However, I can order them this week. I just have to talk to Serena how to get that taken out of, because what happens is if I order it under my Amazon, it automatically gets billed to town clerk's office. So I have to talk to Serena how to.
Oh. Yeah, because usually, because I've done it through Leanne.
Okay,
How did we do it?
How did you get the flash drives? Did you buy them yourself?
No,
Get
through
reimbursed?
Leanne, and then it comes to my attention.
so then maybe I'll do it through Leanne's office and then that way it can.
Either that or Serena, yeah, whatever's
Okay.
easiest.
Okay.
Okay. Because that's 23.45 unless Amazon's messed with the price lately. So when we have that expenditure, we will have a balance of $576.55 once we spend that.
Perfect.
All right, Zach, anything under preserving memories?
Aside from the miscommunication between Jeff, but we're doing ours on Monday.
The 15th.
Yeah, but Jeff.
Okay.
And after that, I'm gonna wait till the new year, probably to schedule anything.
Yeah.
But, I would say probably Christine Lynch will probably be next.
Okay,
So where's the interview going to be held?
At the cable.
Cable?
Did you speak to Dave? On Monday? Okay.
I mean, I think they probably could be done anywhere.
But that seemed to be a nice place. That was the first time I had been.
Oh, really? Yeah.
First time my husband had actually.
And it's
Yeah.
less intimidating than what it seems like if one does not want to be on camera. You probably don't even know their cameras, honestly. You can't
Yeah.
even tell unless you know, like they're
No,
kind
it's
of.
very,
It's very easy to ignore them in a great way.
and I
That's what
mean,
love
he
about
had
it.
a grand old conversation with Dave that other Monday. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there, you
You're
know.
like, why are you so hesitant? You know so much, yeah.
Yeah,
So speaking of that, I not jokingly suggested that Irene be on the same episode as her husband. Because of her, and not just because she's her husband, I mean, his wife, because of her history with the fire department, but she does not want to.
well, I don't,
No, that doesn't want to.
She wants a separate.
She didn't want to steal the thunder from her husband.
no, I don't want to take away from him.
Right.
I'd rather see him.
But the main reason why I suggest it is because if you feel like there's going to be things that he's not going to think of that you can
Nudge.
remind him of.
I could do flashcards. Don't.
I think it would be better if it's just.
Yeah, no, I know, but
I do,
He didn't realize I was also on the
I
department.
never knew that until that night.
And I worked under him,
yeah,
which was very unusual,
yeah,
you know, but, no, I'd rather,
yeah.
They
No, I think
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
better. Because sometimes when you have a husband and wife talk,
there's like a difference of
A
opinion, how
difference
you
of
interpret.
Even better, even better.
yeah. And then sometimes someone else will say, well, that's not the way it happened.
Right, that's
You know,
true, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like an argument about the memory.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But he did look at that book, that binder from the Historical Society. He didn't realize how much of his time as chief was actually in there.
Oh,
I guess he looked at it the other day when I was not home.
Did you find it helpful? Like, was it thing that I forgot about that, or like, oh, that's a good.
I think he found it helpful because it was like, oh, wow, I did all of that, you
Yeah.
know? So it kind of,
Kudos,
Good,
right?
good. That's kind of why I brought it over there, especially when you were saying that, he wouldn't know what to talk about, or like.
yeah, I think he doesn't really know what needs to come up in conversation. And I said, just,
Whoever he wants to come up in conversation. There's no need to this.
but you know, he's not one to want to say, I've done this, I've done this. He's very,
So Zach, you have questions prepared to have along in that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
he
I got a lot.
background.
I got a lot
Yeah.
more that night, even
Yeah,
that.
so,
I mean, like for example, when I did John's, I barely talked in a good way because he had all these outlines and notes. I would interject a couple comments or a clarification question here and there, but for the most part, it was him doing it. And ideally, it shouldn't be me doing the most of the talking. It should be obviously if someone doesn't want to come with their own things they want to talk about, and I don't want someone to show up that night with nothing. Like, all right, what do you want to do? Like, hopefully by then we would have had a couple conversations as to
I think
roughly what you want to go.
where
over.
you had talked to him that week, I think he's kind of got a feel, oh, this is what they're looking
Mhm,
for. This is what they would like. And I think, you know, a lot of people don't know what is involved with the fire department.
I didn't.
You have been
You know.
involved in it. And, you know, he's been on for 33 years. The last 8 years was fire chief. You know, he's got a wealth of knowledge there and he doesn't realize it.
but lots of times when it's you that's lived it, you don't realize it until somebody else points it out to you.
Like him look at the binder saying,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I did that. I was there
Yeah.
for that kind of thing. Yeah.
Good, because it's just part of your life.
Yep.
Right,
So-
right.
And you just went into work every day and you just figured it was part of your
Right.
everyday job.
Which it was.
Right.
But that's, yeah.
Okay. Keep moving. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Historical markers, Rafa, anything?
Well, I sent an email to Mike Rose November 12th, no response. Here's the proof right there, the email.
Okay.
Is it something that you can just go in now into the school?
I can just like pop
Pop
in.
in?
Hi, Mike. No, I mean, that's what you need to schedule, but if it's not responding, so.
Does his department have their own secretary? Why
No.
am I
No,
why am I
the Jackie person, Matchamer. She was,
I don't
she was my
know.
initial point of contact, but she would like,
But
But
if
she
if it's,
passed you off to him, but I think,
Yeah.
I don't know if they have their own.
like, if it's a school secretary, not worth it, but if he had his, I don't know if the department had their own secretary.
I don't-
I don't know
I
how,
think
but
they go through the
the main one.
main office.
So last month when you weren't here, Rafa, we have some sign makers that we're gonna use for another project. Well, that we can talk about later, but I thought also to approach these people at the same time for the historical markers, there's like 3 companies that I found that do like plaques like that one over there.
okay,
So maybe they'll do historical markers too. Might be worth the question when when I reach out to them. So we can try that. Okay, because we have 2 waiting. I have 2 houses that someone's interested in, 3 houses that people are interested in. And I keep holding them off because we don't have a vendor. All right, Irene, Dayton Wellington anniversary.
Okay, what actually do you want me to ask him? I went on today, Googled the brick church. There
Yeah.
was a phone number. Doesn't tell me who the minister, pastor, or whoever is over there at the brick church.
We
It's
discussed that
very,
last month.
Hmm,
We gave you the
Hmm.
name of the pastor.
Yeah, we even looked him up online, didn't we?
Look, I saw a picture of
You
him.
even, yeah, I think you have it on your phone,
was it
didn't you?
Owens?
I think so. And it
Oh, okay.
said Reverend Owen, and you said, what's his first name? And I said, he wants to be called Reverend.
Okay, well, anyway, I did call the phone number today,
Okay?
left a message, and I have not gotten a call back yet. Now, what specifically do we want to know? Are they doing anything for the two?
yeah, they were, not for the 250th, it's for their anniversary of
Anniversary.
Wellington.
the Wellington. They came back together in 1826.
Oh, okay,
14 years after they.
14 years after they had separated, Wellington and Dayton had separated. And they had a great big, at that church, they had a great big
wedding.
party?
wedding of the 2 towns.
Oh, okay.
And it was called the Wedding of 2 Towns. And they had a, like a picnic there,
Okay.
No bride and groom, right?
like no bride and groom.
No.
Didn't they suggest a wedding cake?
So this would actually be 200 years then?
Right,
Okay,
right.
okay. I don't know how big that church is from just what I could see on Facebook. It didn't look like there was a
I've never been
a
there.
very large membership.
Well, I would be surprised if a lot of our churches in Dayton had a large membership at this point.
Yeah.
Just that it was such a part of their history, the brick, and we'd be willing to work with them if they want to have some kind of celebration.
Are there meeting minutes from that, the celebration wasn't a meeting, I guess, per se, right, that was recorded? But there must have been an official, meeting minutes must exist somewhere of the,
There's actually state law where
it
2
was,
towns were formed by state statute and where the town,
so it couldn't.
so it came back
so it
together.
could include the reading of that or something like that, or?
What year was that, you think? Because did we talk last month about looking in a town book?
Yeah, no,
26, right?
1826, I think it was, yeah. We looked at the town books for the,
I don't know that I have
Seal.
1826.
no, there might not be, because I don't think they were published. The
I
annual
don't think
reports
so.
weren't published until late 1800s.
I think so.
I wonder if they would have anything in there.
They probably,
Church
it's part of their,
Oh, the church records, they might.
About that Herd's history of Dayton.
it would be mentioned in there, and I think it's mentioned in Helen Lake.
It's definitely mentioned, I
You
have,
think so?
it is definitely mentioned in Helen's Lane
Yeah.
books.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's definitely mentioned
Yeah.
in the bicentennial book.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what kind of detail? Just the fact that it happened? I thought the.
Right, not meeting minutes.
The Herd's history might actually tell you something,
I'll bring my notebook that I worked on when I did the study of Wellington.
Oh, okay.
I'll bring that back to the next meeting.
All right, let me see.
Okay. So next is the plaque for Catherine Yellen on the town flag. So that plaque over there under that flag is 10 by 8. So we would want it to kind of match that one, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, imagine that. My phone's on the kitchen counter. I was going to show you a picture. So on that, if you look at it, it is very small writing on it. But it basically says, who donated the flag, where it was flown during World War II, and that it was, who the donors are. So I kind of started playing with something for our plaque. You don't need this bottom one.
Pat, while you're passing that out, Herd's book does mention Wellington.
I'm sure it
in
does, yeah.
detail,
Okay,
as does Helen Lane's.
Yeah.
I've got Helen Lane's book at home, so I'll go through that.
I have Herd's electronically. I can send you the pages.
That's what I was gonna
Okay.
say. Can you send those?
The PD, yeah.
Okay,
I can send you guys the whole Dayton section of it, but specifically if you want to see the.
there's only one.
I can look on.
So basically, it would go underneath the flag
Mhm.
and just said it's a Dayton Town flag. It was created by Catherine Gomes Yell. In 1994, Catherine Gomes Yell created the Dayton Town flag to be displayed in the Hall of Flags at the State House in Boston and Town Hall in Dayton. She recreated the town seal in precisely painted applique fabric on a blue field. And this is right from the book from,
The 200, the tricentennial.
yeah, the tricentennial. This town seal was designed by a committee of H.C. Briggs, A.E. Briggs, and Dwight F. Lane, and adopted by the town in 1912. And we found that in the town report from
Mhm.
1912. Then it just put Catherine was born in Dayton, was active in town affairs, and she passed away in 2007. And then just us as Dayton Historical Commission 2026 that we're making the plaque.
Just a point of clarification on my part, did she create the flag specifically for the purpose to be displayed in, like, if it wasn't going to be displayed in the Hall of Flags, was it going to be created, or did she create it specifically for that reason?
It was according to the article in that book, it was created
For that reason. So we hadn't had one prior. It was just,
No, we didn't.
No.
it just must have been when the state
Yeah.
hall was doing, the state house was doing that.
Right. They
She's
did
like,
all
oh,
the
well,
cities
we
and
might as
towns.
well do one, so we should do, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm sure several towns already had flags by that point, but
Right.
some probably did not.
Right.
You want to look at the last two sentences and they both begin Catherine, it doesn't look very professional that way.
I
I want to
was,
say something like, born in Dayton, Catherine was very active in town affairs and passed in 2007.
Yeah, that sounds actually.
Was she a lifelong Dayton resident?
yeah.
Yeah.
Born in Dayton. Say that again, Pat?
Born in Dayton, Catherine was active in town affairs.
Yep.
Or if you want to put, and sadly passed in, because wasn't she sick?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Oh, yeah.
throw in something like, and sadly passed in 2007.
That's all one sentence, yeah.
Okay. Born in Dayton, Catherine was active in town affairs and sadly passed in 2007.
Are there any details about what the flag was made of? I know that sounds really silly, but I remember researching something about the town's flag one time, and it went that whatever town it was went into great detail about like the fabric used and like way more than when it went over my head. Like, I mean, I just didn't know if was there any. record
Not
of,
that
like,
I've come across.
That's a replica of the original flag, right?
No, she
No.
made two
That's
One's in
flags.
the state house and one's here.
One's in the
And one
State
for
House
this.
and one is here.
That right there.
So do we want to say,
That might be the one, yeah, that might be something to point out.
So that's really, really it?
One of the two flags made.
Can I
So
touch it?
exactly the same size, dimensions?
I want to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I've seen the one.
It says
seen the one that's-
precisely painted and applique. Yeah, I want to go see that there's applique on there and there's paint. That's all.
It looks like the gold sticks out.
It does. It's cool. Yeah.
That's that applique.
Oh, the strawberry.
It is really impressive.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's, yeah.
I didn't realize it was only two.
The box applique on, paint is paint. Yep.
Do you know, not, do you want the,
Everything's pretty much gone in that picture.
Machine,
The engines are gone, the tents are gone.
machine stitched right here. You can do this on a machine today. You
Hmm.
can do this on this stitch. It's just zigzag stitch.
Yeah, it's a,
And that's what all this is.
so she probably did it herself, you think that?
Oh, definitely. You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the paint.
So is it worth saying, maybe again, comment in there, handmade? Like, yes, she designed it, but she also literally made it with her two hands.
But she didn't design,
Didn't I-
she designed it based on,
she recreated the town seal in it. So that's where,
It's a recreation. of
Right,
the town
right.
seal. Okay.
Did she, and again, I'm being nitpicky, but like, did she pick the color? Like, why blue? Why, do we know? Why not white?
up until that point, the seal was basically black and white.
No, I'm sorry, I meant the color of the flag itself.
no, he's saying the.
Oh, I don't
flag.
know. I have no idea.
Hmm.
The thought process into the picking of the blue flag or not.
What is sad about this thing is everything is gone now in Dayton. Strawberry industry is gone.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Tents are-
Well, the rock's not.
gone. The rock is gone.
Well, the rock is,
it's still there, the clouds are there, come on.
Well, nature, yeah, nature will
rock is
the
exist.
rock is very much there.
That's crucial.
Right, right.
The rock is still there. It's over in Berkeley. Because that part of Berkeley
Really
was
stole it
part
from
of
Dayton.
Dayton.
We need to reclaim it.
That would be,
That's our next project. Reclaim the rock.
our town borders are.
Back on Dayton.
So do we want to,
I think maybe ask about it being hand stitched or handmade or,
I don't know, you know, are you going to be paying by the number of
Oh,
words
good
that
point, are you?
put in this?
oh, never mind, then I have to take it back.
I think this is just simple enough. because
Yeah,
see,
yeah, good point.
that's-
At that point, then, yeah.
Yeah, because if you put too much, you may be paying for every little
Yeah.
word that's on there.
Never mind.
Eliminate some of these words.
I mean, do we have any, how much is it on average per letter?
Ask ChatGPT, please simplify these texts.
It would, it would, it would.
It would, yeah.
Which is crazy, right?
all right, we'll keep working on the wording because we don't have, we can have it for January. This might also be enough to get some prices.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we might find out that, oh, we're fine, we don't know a word, or we could say, holy moly, we gotta cut down 10 words here.
Yeah.
Depends on,
yeah,
for characters, whatever.
Right.
This sounds very simple anyway, because at
It
least
does.
gives you,
Yeah.
people coming in now would have no idea of who, where this flag came from. At least this gives the person credit who.
And that's the main.
And I would suggest that when it's done, oh, well, no, I guess this article, but I feel like I was working on a project once about town flags, and the lack of information the state house has on some of their flags are like, oh, we don't, sometimes like when we did they would send it, if you go into the great, like the hall flag, there's a touchscreen monitor
Mhm.
where you can like type in or
Right.
search alphabetically by town, and it shows you where the flag's located, but also has a still image of a photo or CGI drawing of the flag, and like no information about the flag as to who made it. But sometimes I've asked and they've been like, yeah, we don't know. It's just like the town just sends a picture and then it sends the flag and that was it. But then there's some towns that have like a 3-page article in the newspaper about it, going on and on and on about detail and like what the flag used to be or why they picked this. And like, because some flags don't have the seal at all. You wouldn't even know. Like,
So
I-
Zach, you're saying you'll go to Boston and check it out?
I've seen, well, I mean,
Does Dayton have a description? Do you remember? I mean, I've been there, but I don't. I just
Well,
saw,
I don't think the monitors don't have any information about the flags, but like going on and asking after the fact, like, hey, do you have any information about XYZ's town flag? Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It's not displayed in anywhere, but it doesn't matter. Does the state have it?
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I would think they would try to have something.
It depends on what they were given also. I don't think they looked anything up. It was more like, no, we sent out a call out for flags, Taunton sent us theirs and that was it. Or sometimes they're like, no, they came here and the Journal did a piece about it and the person who made it was here when they did it and they gave us all this information. It just depends on whatever
So
each
as
town
an
did.
offshoot of this, can you check with the State House somehow to be sure that our, at least Kathy Yell's name is associated?
Right, that's more what I was looking for.
Yeah.
You know, like beyond us.
Yeah.
If they're,
yeah.
if they say, no, we don't care about it, we don't take any information, I'm okay, fine. But if they would like it, I would think that we should want them
All
to
right,
have
could
it.
you-
Yeah, I can have some.
Okay. All right,
I asked ChatGPT, they gave me 2 to 3 sentence version and 1 sentence version.
okay.
This is the 1 sentence version.
It's a flag.
In 1994, Catherine Gomes Yell created the Dayton Town flag by recreating the town's 1912 seal for display at the Massachusetts State House and in Town Hall.
I don't like create and recreate within the same sentence that close together.
Yeah.
That's just me.
In 1994, Catherine Gomes Yell created the Dayton Town flag for display at the Massachusetts State House and in Town Hall. She recreated the 1912 town seal on a blue background using detailed fabric work. Catherine was born in Dayton and active in the community. She passed away in 2007.
It's actually very simple.
That's a 2 to 3 sentence, right?
That's like, yeah,
I think what you have is good unless we need to cut it down based on the cost. If we feel like we need to cut it
Yeah.
down.
you know,
It's probably gonna be a
some
character.
screenshots of those and send them to me as,
Sure.
so that we have some alternatives and then we'll go from there. Okay. Does anyone else have any more input on this? So we can-
Sounds good.
Okay. Time capsule.
It's in my house.
I know it's in your house.
I've been adding
Oh, God.
the copies of the Strawberry Vine newsletters. That's all I could.
What, pictures
All right.
of Miss Paraguay? That's, yeah, I know.
What, Paraguay?
Miss Paraguay, yes.
What about her?
Is there a picture in your time capsule?
Oh, it's not your time capsule, it's the
Yeah.
town's time
But
capsule.
it's at his house.
Strawberry Vine newsletters. Like, okay, every time I get a copy, put it in the time capsule basket. Okay.
I mean,
It's just like, sticking out. I mean, what else can I put? What else can you put? So what did you talk about last
Did you
time?
put something about the new library opening?
oh, yeah. I still have the program of it. If you don't have a copy of yours.
No, I don't.
How about the programs for you to talk?
Oh, yeah, the brochures.
Throw those in there.
This is supposed to be 2024, right? Stuff from 2020.
Oh, right.
Oh,
But
but
we're
we're,
closed up yet and it's closed.
And that's true.
50 years from now, they're not gonna nitpick. This was from.
I would have.
Why not
Move it
say
for 2026.
we could just say 2026, yeah.
Why do we need to have it, I
Well,
mean,
it has to be open like 50 years from now.
how many items do we have for it?
Like 20 now?
When are they all?
From us?
They're all paper documents mostly.
Yeah. I would
No,
think
like,
if you've got a thing from
No old
the
versions of
new
iPhone
town,
or
you
none
know,
of
the
that.
new town library, that should be in there. And then the leaflets that we had done for the
Yeah.
walks, that should be in.
Like, at first I thought like a town report was like, well, you have town reports in the vault. That's not going anywhere. It's more stuff that like will be like, I even thought like,
You know, it would be good. One of those address books.
The street lifting.
Oh, yeah, because those aren't publicized, so that would be a good
Exactly,
one.
who lived in Dayton?
That'd be a really good idea.
So you
Because
could-
those aren't, like, things that are available electronically or things that are available like in the vault. It's like, well, we don't need that time capsule. There's ways of getting it if you want to look at it.
Well, I was thinking like, what about like images or pictures from the festivals?
Well, that stuff like that would be great. Or like even like pictures
Festival.
around town. Like, go take pictures of all like the locations.
From
Not every
fairs.
you know.
I mean, I'm sure people can donate something. Like we need like visual images.
Yeah, you do have a lot of that that's been submitted so far. How many different people
Well,
have submitted things?
Like since I moved it to Dayton December 2016. Oh my God, like 9 years ago. I started going to Strawberry Festival when it was still under the sun. And I took videos and photos. I posted on Facebook and everywhere. I mean, I can reprint them and just put them in the time capsule, but too much work though.
I think if you just have a photo or two from, like each event and if you can identify the people that are in it.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great.
we must have some of those.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We are not putting the video in of the walk in the
Yes, we are.
cemetery.
Yes, we are.
Why?
Vanity.
That was,
All the more reason to put it in there, Pat.
Yeah, because it's reality, right?
Reality, yeah. So, so we still have to decide on how we're going to contain this time capsule.
I mean, I liked the idea of the library. Do you think that's an option? And we're waiting until it was
is
done.
there still an option? Is there still room for it?
I don't know. I'm just looking at we have an empty shelf right in that thing. If we put it in
And we can sort of like have a sort of like a rotating exhibit.
well, we're always
Yeah.
going to do that.
We have nothing, that's a good idea. We have nothing else in there besides that.
Just the Boston Post
Yes.
cane, and the plaque.
Yeah, that's
Now,
fine.
what was the date of the time capsule supposed to be? Was it,
24, we started.
oh, 2024?
Supposed to be open, what, 2074?
So you make.
But we can-
76.
We can change the year of it though. It's not.
Coincide with the 1776.
Ah, that's an idea.
Yeah, okay, let's do it then. Done.
That's a good idea. Let's make it, let's extend it until,
2026 then, time capsule
Yeah.
to coincide with the 2076 tricentennial, right?
well,
Right.
America's 250.
2076 tricentennial. I'll be dead by then.
We could post, we'll all be gone.
I will be
There's
80.
no more vanity. We'll just be gone.
If
I'll
this
be
is the last
83.
If this is the last Zoom recording, it's gonna be say 50 years from now, we're actually talking about the future right now, okay?
I'll be 83 and I'm not making it that far. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, so, I mean, we could, I don't know, talk to Mark at the library. I don't know where they'd have a space.
Do they have anything similar to that in the library right now? Do they have any kind of display cases? I don't think so.
No.
No, it's mainly shelving, it's all shelving.
And I don't think there's any space really in the historical room where they have like,
No, because of all of the
there's
windows and
nothing in there.
stuff.
You don't think thered be a space
Let me,
on the shelves?
Oh,
like what
yeah.
There would be in that historical room.
yeah,
But,
Meeting room, the
but,
meeting.
but when you,
With the
do you
fireplace.
want the behind, like, people would, behind glass, like what was a,
let me talk to Mark,
That's all.
yeah,
and locked?
and I'll talk to Mark
Mhm.
and get his input on it and see what he thinks. I'll see him tomorrow. Okay,
Because we definitely have a deficit. We don't want to bury it based on the cost of how much.
Oh, God,
It
no.
would cost and everything, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd be like the other towns. Where did we bury it?
and then when you,
Like Attleboro.
if it's not,
Really?
done, they're not sealed properly.
Attleboro didn't know where they buried the time
Right.
capsule.
Yeah.
So, okay,
That's fine. It's not funny.
I'll check with Mark, we'll go on. So, next, preservation. Review the nomination of the Mount Hope Finishing Company and area. So I heard from Stacy and she's tightened up the boundaries on the area for the National Register application. She also has figured out the scope of the Olmsted Brothers involvement. And she plans to have a draft for us by the end of January to start reviewing. So, that's good news.
Mhm.
So for February's meeting?
Yeah, probably, yeah. And also in the contract, if we have any, we can also set up a Zoom meeting if we want to discuss that with her once
Yeah.
we've reviewed it. So we can go from there. I was thinking ahead a little bit, so for January, we should probably talk about our next areas and or buildings for updates to continue our updating of the Macris database. I know you had some questions about Broad Cove.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Broad Cove area the other day, and there's still a number of houses dating from the time back then. It's relatively preserved considering when Route 138 was laid out in 1924. It basically stopped any kind of development in the area from changing. There's one structure in the Dighton Park Resort area that on Washington Street, where the Dighton Park Resort was. There's a building there that recognizes that that part of it. And I believe the Broad Cove Village area was like everything south of Hart Street, and there's a number of properties still there.
Some of those properties were completed in the.
Right, we
yeah.
do, and that's the thing, that's what
Yeah.
kind of smart, like, we have a lot of forms already. I wonder if that would be potentially a potential area, especially because with all the town preservation of Broad Cove, it's not gonna be changed. It's not like we're gonna see houses popping up there. So for, if you're doing an area like Mount Hope, well, the next thing you know, the mill building's coming down, and what's the point? I'm not saying what's the point, but like, there's risk of losing that already, as opposed to Broad Cove. Aside from all the houses coming down, which I don't know if what kind of shape they're in, it might not change really. So it's just a possibility for an area, considering that obviously we can't just pinpoint one area, just houses that go along together. Broad Cove at least was one consistent area historically, in the schoolhouse is even still standing.
Where's your borders? If you're talking 138 is your westerly border?
No, I'm sorry, it'd be Elm Street. Because Elm Street is a street, because like it was,
So Broad Cove went over 138 to Elm
Yeah.
Street?
because
Okay.
the
So Elm Street, the river,
Right.
yeah,
what are you doing for north and south? Where do you?
Hart Street and then Somerset line. No,
I don't know, I'm asking you.
I mean, I would think, 'cause like, from what I've seen people describe Broad Cove Village was everything south of Hart Street.
That would include your family's farm.
That's the thing, that's also the thing too, like,
So-
because the Dighton Rock Dairy Farm has its own form with multiple
Right.
buildings on it, but that would without a doubt be included in Broad Cove Village. As a way of preserving that, aside from being its own separate thing. And even the fact that, one thing to ask Stacy is that the stone boundary marker is technically in Somerset. Can we include that in an area form in our town?
Where it says Somerset and Dayton,
Yeah, on the Macris website.
What street? I mean,
it's
I'll put-
on Elm Street and North, it's the corner of Elm Street and North.
The
Street in
Macris area
Somerset.
form for it has it in Somerset.
Well, isn't it on the border? That's why it's there.
I know.
So-
but
Because there's an S on one side and a D on the other side.
It's that far.
so I mean, it's like, so I know it never really went any further, but the Berkeley Bridge District, Village District that was talked about was Dighton and Berkeley. So even though the technical name of this marker is SOM
Down on the
914
Up
with an address of Elm Street, Somerset,
at Pleasant Street.
could that boundary marker be included in a Dighton area form?
Oh, was it like?
On the boundary of
It's
Dayton,
on the boundary, it could be.
yeah.
Because 138 wasn't there.
Right, because went to right.
Elm Street
So,
was the main thing. But what about Pleasant Street? Was that like a cart path?
so no, I think it was 1934.
Yeah,
I think it was, is when William Cobb, right, he put the bridge across Broad Cove.
oh,
Cobb and, who was it? Cobb and, what's his name?
Muddy Cove?
No,
Am I
the
confusing
ones,
the two?
that-
No,
no,
no, that was Andrews.
the Broad Cove Bridge that crosses.
At Briggs, Charles
Yeah.
Briggs. I believe when they built that bridge, they also extended Pleasant Street down from Hart Street. Because if you look at old maps, it was 1854, because the 1850 map does not show the road crossing down.
Correct.
But the bridge was built in 1854, and the 1870.
But we'll have to take a close look
Map
at that
has it.
because that's at the end of Hart Street on Pleasant Street. That's a town landing road. Where that house is, I do believe that was a landing. I could be wrong.
Because there's a town landing
So
road.
actually, that map right there.
Berkeley.
That map right there does not show, I took a
Yeah.
picture of it, it's a little close up, but that, if you look on it, kind of hard to see, but Broad Cove does not,
Doesn't have a,
so. If you look right here. Hart Street will be here. There's no Pleasant Street down that whole strip. There's no bridge.
Mhm.
So the village would have been here. But then eventually was continued over here when the road came down, when the bridge was built.
Where's Elm Street?
Elm is right here.
right,
So
Oh.
what's,
This is no 130.
what's that right there?
So
The river? You're on
No,
the-
right there.
Hart,
What does it say?
That's Hart Street.
Hart, and
So
then,
it comes to a town landing, that's right on the river.
yeah, yep, and then that's Pleasant,
yeah.
but Pleasant stopped there.
Oh, all right, all
Pleasant
right.
stopped there. And it wasn't until the bridge was put in that the road continued.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. I was thinking the other way. I was thinking like Hart Street ended.
Oh.
Okay. I see what you're saying. All right, so we take a look at that and, I think we should just brainstorm different areas too,
Where's
because
that rock?
I know there's
It's
more.
called Whale, it's called Whale,
Wellington,
Whale Rock.
It's still there.
There's a lot of houses that we haven't done. So we can either do another like smaller project, or we can do a big project, or,
What's a big project? Like, what do you consider a big project to be?
well, like when we did,
as big as-
first two surveys, we did the, basically the South Dayton, the houses that were 100 years old plus, so that we had houses on Center Street, we had houses on 138, along Pleasant Street, Main Street, we did Elm Street. So that was the first one, and we got a grant from the state for that and CPC funding. The second one was North Dayton and the Mount Hope, which we got CPC funding for.
Then the Goffs Hill area is really only a couple houses. A lot of them are in, like, a lot of the Horton, like, that's a lot of it is like New Street in Rehoboth. Those standing houses, the only Horton Street is the Horton house still standing that we know for a fact was owned by the Hortons, is the one that was owned by T.O.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
aside from those few golf properties, I don't really know if that area.
There's other houses in there that we didn't do,
Oh, okay.
because we only did 9.
In Broad Cove, you could also include the Beals Ledge, that part too. Because the Beals Ledge is mentioned in the Dayton Dairy Farm form.
And that's you. Dayton Rock Dairy Farm.
So I guess we can review, if everyone would take a minute and review the Dayton Rock Dairy Farm one. And our forms on Elm Street, it's the higher number of,
I even,
Broad Cove.
thinking that we were gonna put it on the agenda for tonight, I already have them separate on a spreadsheet. I can email them out.
Okay, do
I
that.
don't have I have,
Yeah,
they have links to the documents, but like, in this tab right here. I basically, how you can download all the properties on Excel. I basically copied and pasted the ones that were
yeah,
mostly in that area. There might be more now with this another study done.
okay. If you just email that to everyone so we can start taking a look. Anyone else have any thoughts or opinions or?
Regarding the big project, now that the library is out of Main Street, out of Carnegie Building, would there be a push to do something with that building? Because of course, the town has other things to think about, like which section of Main Street they're gonna shut off on me next, so I can't.
Get home.
Oh, I know.
It was closed in two areas. No, this is a funny story. Whoever's listening, it was closed off on one end, so I pull out of my driveway and I go down and the cop goes, no, go around. Okay, so I turn the car around. I'm not arguing with you. I gotta get out of there. I turn the car around, I go up the hill and the cop says, no, turn around. I shut the car off in the middle of the road. I walked up to the cop and I said, look, I'll go either way you tell me. But let me out one way. There are no other
They're both
streets.
telling me no.
I'm not being a jerk
Oh, I
here.
know.
There's no other ways for me to get out. And so he looks at me and swear to God, the man goes, where do you live? I told him. He said, where are you going? I told him. What time are you coming back? Now I'm getting mad.
I'm kidding.
Does it matter?
No kidding.
Does it matter?
No kidding where you're going.
Leave my house that I pay taxes at, and I'm gonna come back at some point. He wanted to know where I start from, where I'm going to, how long will you be?
Oh, my God.
God.
As my car is parked in the street because no one will let me get out of Main Street. This is the worst shit show you've ever seen. If you don't live on Main, you can't appreciate.
What was the name of the
Is he
officer?
complaining?
I know the police officers. I'm not that stupid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna mention.
No,
that.
no, not now, but not now.
But they had
Body
a,
cam?
But there was
But they
been
had a
times
section
where
that
they're
was
like, what are you
blocked off.
doing?
so one day I'm trying to get up
Yeah.
Main Street to go to Arujo's. Oh, it's blocked. You can't go. So I went down Milk Street, all around Robin Hood's Barn to get to Arujo's. So I'm wondering, they just worked on that up the street. Why did they get it blocked off again?
Because it's not
What if
done.
there's an emergency vehicle trying to pass
It's
through?
not done. They're-
Oh.
So anyway, your point was
I wanted to
to,
bitch about that. That's my
okay,
point.
Done.
Carnegie Building.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fine.
so, something to, should we look at
I
a
don't know,
project for
what do
that?
you want to do about that?
The last time we
Do you
talked.
want to do anything about that?
We couldn't do anything about it until it ceased being used as its current use.
Right now,
What else?
I understand there's still some things
I
It's
there.
think
still-
so.
Yeah,
When's that gonna close? You could ask Mark that.
And right, and like, what's the next step in confirming it's no longer being used as its use?
Right. if
Or former use.
it's
So
urban,
then
it's a
you
beautiful
approach the
building.
That's-
selectmen or whatever and
trailers
say
going.
whatever it is you
Huh?
want
The
to say.
trailers.
There hasn't even been a form done on that building ever, has there?
Huh?
There hasn't even been a form on that
Yes,
building.
by the library.
There is.
the Dayton Public.
And they
Library.
put
There
it
is a
on
farm?
the sidewalk.
There is. And the building itself,
To the left-hand side as you're heading. to the library.
National Register.
I would think because of the Carnegie factor alone.
But you have to, and we did ask about that, but you have to do the interior of the building. We
Right.
Never followed
We
through.
said we
on-
go,
Never followed through on that.
and we also wanted to wait until
Anybody
everything was out of it too.
Well, no, this
On
was
the
while it was
post office
the library.
Oh, okay, so this was before I was on the board then, okay.
So I
Sidewalk.
kind of have some
Not
mixed
get-
thoughts about that, as long as it's still being used as a library.
Sidewalk.
It remains a town building.
Understand that.
So the conversation that I did talk with the town administrator, and all options are on deck for it, including possibly selling it. I
Yeah,
said I would disagree with that totally and would advocate not to, because it's a jewel for the town of Dayton,
Or you turn it to a condo or something.
so
backfill all the land back there, it slopes right down, I don't know what you would do.
And Mark.
back part of the property ends
Oh,
shortly and it goes into the Seneca ICI property.
And I would ask
So,
what's being done.
but, maybe we should write up a plan for a
Yeah, it's-
historic.
Don't you find it a
Take a
little
picture and send it with
disheartening
that.
that they
Yes.
consider selling it?
Yes,
That would even be an option.
yeah, I know he's the agent.
Yeah.
I thought I would.
I talked about it.
Wow.
So-
If they can sell that, they can
Remember.
also.
No.
So-
Yeah, let's do that. Dump that next. 'cause
So
you-
the problem becomes, it's like the
but yes.
site of the
And you
historic
know,
value and the connections to the town when they're looking at finances of the town and what is,
Which I understand, but I mean,
Yeah.
what purpose is it serving the town and can we afford to do it?
And not
So
only-
I understand looking at it that way, don't disagree, because I think it's a jewel to the town.
but also what I would
It's like there's
ask, and
no
I
way
would wrap
you
up in
can
this,
use a wheelchair.
the amount of money that we get for that parcel,
I would do that.
would it be worth it? how much money do you think the town would really get for that parcel of land? I don't know, I don't know. I'm not being sarcastic. I don't know. But whatever
I don't know
dollar,
what the,
would it,
but the,
couple $100,000?
yeah, but what it is when you're looking at it as what is the function to the town? I, think-
Right, it's vacant.
You can't put a price, you can't put a price tag on.
Yeah.
a Historical jewel.
When you,
so
no, not
But-
that, but.
I do think it would make a very wonderful spot for the historical commission and
And other office-
and
other
other
committees,
offices
yeah.
to share and have a space, you know?
Open space,
a-
open
because I
space,
don't-
playground,
Town is
like.
growing.
The town can get rid of
Town is
that.
growing.
Can they?
Yeah, we can.
No, it would have to go through a process.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It
the-
has, it would have to go to town meeting. It just can't be
Yeah.
decided. And
Right.
it would have to, and I, you know, and then that's when we would have to stand up and voice our position.
Opposition, yeah.
Yeah, on it.
I'm sure a lot of people probably will.
Oh, yeah.
So, but then the question is, all right, so let's say it goes in our favor. All right, it is voted that we do not get rid of it.
Then what?
Now what? The townspeople are gonna say, that I guarantee the townspeople who are like, fine, don't sell it. What do you do with it now? Spend money turning it into something else, spend more money? I'm just playing devil's advocate
So
here.
is this that CPC money that you're preserving something historical?
Yeah, CPC.
So is that, I'm talking down the line. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
talking
right.
next week.
No. That's a good point. Oh, yeah, I mean.
That's what it's for.
But
thought.
I just think, like, the reason why is that I know so right now Swansea Swansea is building a new junior high school building. And as of right now, so there's two plans. One was to build off of the current historic junior high building or make a whole new one. They decided to go with the whole new one. Everyone's asking, what are you gonna do now with that old one? Tear it down, put a house there? You're gonna turn it into a town hall building because they think they do need a new town hall building? Are you gonna merge two elementary schools and put it there? Everyone's asking, now, great, what's gonna happen to that building? Once they know the new one's being built, what's happening to that old one? The
And
second,
those are the same questions that they were asked about Segregated Schoolhouse,
Mm.
remember,
Mhm.
6 years ago?
but it's way more of a topic when this is a usable building.
Mm.
Just will cost money to make it usable.
Well, every,
Well, bring up the code.
every space should be usable. Every building that belongs to the town is usable.
Mhm.
Right.
And if the town is growing, obviously we need more space. You cannot just put everything, all the activities in one building. You have to have other buildings as well, other spaces. And remember when Nancy Goulart was the Board of Selectmen
Yeah.
about the James Briggs house? One of the reasons why she voted to have that house demolished is just so it could be, that space could be used as a future space for new buildings belonging to the town.
Mhm.
So you're talking about that, we already have a building right here that we could perfectly use for other
Mhm.
town-related
Point.
activities and whatnot, you know what I mean? So just making it sense.
So why don't we start to put together, I don't know what we want to call it, like a proposal of use or a position paper on the Carnegie Building. So, you know, think about it, bring your thoughts, or you can email me your thoughts and we'll put it together in kind of like a position paper.
Well, are we talking about
About
its
why,
new use or putting it on the National Register of Historic Places?
first of all,
It's important.
it's
Okay,
importance
so
to Dayton,
that first,
Yeah.
okay,
importance to Dayton.
okay.
Worry about the details of what you want to do, and maybe it's those details that'll be,
That'll-
good, that'll save it. But worry about first,
Just,
who would consider selling that?
okay.
Or just letting it sit too,
Yeah, and that's no good
Because you
for
can't,
anything.
no.
For the that building, it would be a matter of time before it
Right.
happens to that one too.
you know. And the position is that there are committees that need a space to be called a home, and we're one of them. Our file cabinet is in the stairway at Town Hall. That's our
Which is a fire
office,
hazard.
our office space,
A meeting room for us rather than competing with everybody here and
I
getting.
would say that, there's plenty of, we have this and
Right.
lower level, yeah.
And the funny thing is that when I'm on the town assessors map right now, looking at the size parcel of land,
What is it, a quarter of an acre? It's not a half, is it?
No, it's not a half,
0.43.
0.43, okay,
almost.
almost.
What is that?
That's
The
the library.
library.
Like, what can you put there? What can you put there? They're gonna have to come before zoning to put a house there. It's not, we're not our frontage.
Not a house. that's for
All
sure.
right, so
And there's no.
for
there's no-
January. Email me your thoughts and we'll kind of put it into some kind of a position about the importance of the library to Dayton. Or the Carnegie Building.
Yeah, the Carnegie.
Right, yeah.
And I do know that, there are still things in there that belong to the library. And they are going through them, and it's a matter of finding a home.
Maybe we can.
Question on that.
Maybe we can pressure the.
Do the Friends, like,
Apply for grants.
as a town building, could I go in there if I wanted to? Like, can anyone go in there in that building right now if they wanted to, or do they?
No.
So who owns the access? So who reserves the access to the
The
building?
library trust.
Library.
For trustees, and they still do?
Yeah,
When will they cease having access?
when they're done with whatever's in there.
They're moving everything out.
Let's do a like a, not walking tour, but invite people.
Site
to
visit?
the building and.
We can't invite, if it's not our building.
It's not our building to do anything. That's what,
Oh, it's a town building.
that's why I was asking that. 'Cause I didn't know.
Right, it's a
we
town
can't- we-
building.
But
It's still under the.
But it's under the governance of the
library.
trustees.
And the
So,
trustees.
Convince the board of trustees if we could have a little tour for the public.
Oh, you can, not for the public,
No,
Sure is.
not now.
Okay. Well, it's just an idea because people are wondering like, okay, well, try to convince me to save.
Well, I was thinking.
I
more-
cannot help you save the library.
I was
don't know what it-
thinking,
what it
by asking,
looks
I was thinking more so for us. Like,
well, that was one of the thoughts that the
so like, can
historical commission would
we, like,
be their home.
I would say if for every kind of report we do, I wouldn't want to write anything without
It's
having.
not for historical-
Without having the most updated, without having the most
So we
updated,
can
what
also-
it's like in there right now.
We can also request to meet with the Board of Trustees of the library.
Okay. And tell them we want to go for a tour of the building.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Nothing to do with the
No,
selectmen.
no,
It's
no,
the
no,
library and
no.
us, that's all.
Because it kind of reminded me of when the town was.
So we have a little bit more to go by. of
Right,
that.
because like
Yes.
when the town was going back and forth on the whole, do we need a new police station thing? Until the public walked through it and they're like, holy moly, we need a new police station.
All right.
Until
so-
then, that really got it going. So I feel like I have no problem pitching something, but like,
You
I,
can
wa-
see it.
I gotta know I'm pitching. And I haven't been in that building since I was probably 8 years old.
Okay, so I will request that we meet with the Library Board of Trustees. I don't know when their next meeting is.
Mm.
And, we can talk to them,
Mhm.
ask them if we can have a tour.
Oh, is the meeting the tour?
I can ask if.
Yeah, we'd like to meet with you.
Yeah, we're gonna be with
At
them
at that location.
if we can.
Oh, what he was saying.
I'll talk with
Yeah,
Ron.
maybe even see if we can arrange post a special meeting for it.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
It's still got electricity.
Yeah.
It has to have some sort of
Right,
heat,
that's what
so
I
we can go
want.
anytime.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so I will do that. Anything else under preservation? No, okay. America's 250, we'll be meeting with Bristol Aggie tentatively on December 16th to finalize the site for the reenactment. We're working on a memorial podium to recognize the Revolutionary War veterans. We're finalizing the calendar of events for next year. And the next meeting is January 5th. And what did I do with? This is the coin that's being sold for $25.
Heavy.
Ooh, heavy.
It's really old.
Not.
So for the record, no, it's not. Sorry.
Is it
Not,
gold?
not,
Is it gold?
No.
no.
Yeah, that keeps it in her pocket.
Sales going.
Slowly right now, because we just started advertising. They are on sale at
Yeah,
Town
I
Hall.
advertised it on 4 different Dayton
Okay,
Facebook pages.
okay.
Do you know when the newsletter was going out to the schools with the drama?
No, I sent all that. The library has it. I sent it to Rafa today, the play to put on the sites.
It's on
But it's true. I keep forgetting we don't need the schools. So I mean,
Yeah.
I went to
Come to you if I want.
their responses
We
already.
have them, all locked up, so nobody takes them.
All right, so CPC didn't have any November meeting, didn't have an. And historical sharing, is there any?
I had a question. Flat Rock, I know the Flat Rock Schoolhouse and all that stuff. Was it ever a hill? Or was it just it was just a literal rock?
It's a rock.
Is it still there? Is it,
Yes.
I don't know why I read somewhere, I thought it was blasted a long time ago, but no, it's not.
It's in the basement. The
Oh.
building didn't always face Williams.
Right, it was
Right.
turned, right. So the rock was in the basement of the schoolhouse,
Yep.
So where is
Still
this
there.
on William Street?
where it meets,
Rosie Travis? Rosie Travis? John was her husband. It's their home.
it's where it meets
Albert's there now.
Williams and,
Where Main,
Main.
Williams, you know the house that
Pitt's
was
Corner
so
section.
overgrown, but they had one
Yeah.
green candle in the window. Do you remember?
Yeah, no, I do,
That was
yeah.
Albert. It's still Albert. Albert's still there.
It's right
He's
next
fine.
to,
He's fine.
the White House, the Eyebrow House, at the top of Maine.
Canberra's house.
Oh, Canberra's, oh, that's
Yeah.
It's right next door.
Flat Rock is next door to Canberra's house. Okay.
How big is the rock? Is it like,
Flat. I don't.
like
know.
big as a table? Is it like a,
I would guess it would be the size of the table.
because Herd's Bristol County book mentions that it was also referred to as Davis Hill.
Original one-room school.
Davis Hill is down the street from Williams.
So where I
Around
lived as a
William
kid, I would go to
Street, near
that school.
the,
If I were to go to that school. when I didn't go
Historical
to that
Society,
school.
because Samuel
Even though I
Davis
was
was
born in
a
17.
selectman in the 1860s.
So that's like Main
Good.
William.
Sorry.
So
That White House there. Okay.
the hill near the Society House.
So then what's Reed's Hill?
Huh?
What's Reed's Hill? The bicentennial mentions a Reed's Hill.
I don't know.
Ain't much of a hill over
So-
in Reed's Farm.
So that's what I assumed it was at, but so in that, I looked on a map. The bicentennial mentions, Dr. George Ware, the son of the,
Oh, ask me about the wares.
the son of the town doctor, living on a farm known as Reed's Hill, Reed's Farm, south of Reed's Hill. And if you look at an old map, there was an A.W. Reed that lived in the same area as,
What year? That's where I grew up. So I'm on that hill. If you're calling that Reed's Hill, we never called it Reed's Hill. Did you ever see anything called Skunk's Hollow?
no.
Because that's Skunk's Hollow. Evidently, a lot of skunks went by.
Oh, really?
And there was a lot of skunk cabbage, you know.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say skunk
Yeah.
cabbage and.
1858 is when
There was a Reed there?
an A.W. Reed.
Okay, so
Which hill?
George Ware's house, do you remember my talking about the poor farm?
Mm-hmm.
For 1 year, the poor farm was in George Ware's house. Before they got the place on Smith Street,
Mhm.
they were on Main Street, on the hill. You know the hill?
Mhm.
You know where I used to live when I was a kid? Fine, that's our hill. Never called it Reed's Hill. I don't have any recollection of a Reed.
I know, that's why was it, so. A.W. Reed.
I was so interested in
Now-
that whole
Oh,
area.
that, yeah,
The
no,
mention of Reed's Hill does not say
that's
which.
Main Street, because there's Pitt's store.
Yeah,
So that's the corner, so that's what he's,
And-
A.W. Reed is right
So
there.
Flat Rock would have been right there.
Flat Rock, so this is Main Street. I'd have never heard that called Reed's Hill.
Now,
But that
what- so-
doesn't mean it
That's
wasn't.
right, it doesn't.
And now what about, now where would this Davis Hill be?
Go down William Street.
Right before the Historical
Yeah, right
Society.
bef- yeah,
You know the big hill?
That Davis? probably?
Yep, Sam Davis right there. So there's
the hill here, because the Winslow Davis
house is named after Samuel Davis, who was a
Right.
selectman for
So
6
then
terms.
Herds County is incorrect.
Some of Hertz County is incorrect.
It does, and now I can,
So there's Hertz County and there's another one.
there is another one, I forgot who
Hertz
wrote
County
it.
bloopers.
So this is what it says. It says, besides Richmond and Hunters Hill, there are 2 round crests of land in the western part of town, known as Davis Hill and Goff's Hill. The latter, named for Elder Goff, being near the Rehoboth line, and the former running north from Pitt's Corner, known as Flat Rock. So it's like, no, Flat Rock and Davis Hill would not be the same thing. So that's incorrect.
There are some things that in Herd's history aren't quite right. Because the story of Stout George Briggs, is it in Herd's? There's 2 versions of that. Of course, one is in Herd's. And then there's, and hers, I think, is the one that has the different ship that he was on.
Another, I can't think of the name of the other publication. but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so, but there is also another history of Bristol County, and is it Emery?
Yes.
Um,
Nice thing.
that has, so when you compare the two of them, you can kind of get a sense.
Hmm.
Because you got to remember, whenever history is written
It's written in
By that
it's written in
person writing it.
1883.
by a person, you know,
Some things he puts footnotes on and most
Yeah.
things he does not.
and then, but it's also whatever the history is that they're writing that they think is the history of the
It's
time,
funny you say that. So
like how they're going to write history now. History, it's the point of view of the writer.
the map that was compiled for the 250th.
Oh, I know, yeah, yeah,
The one that has all the cemeteries listed on it.
yeah.
So it mentions, I even asked Myrna about it. She's like, I've never heard of that. West of Beals Hill, of Beals Ledge. One called Mount Pleasant. I'm like, Myrna, when's there been a Mount Pleasant in Dayton? I've never heard of one. She's like, I don't think there ever has
You're
been one.
talking south of Hart Street.
Yep, so south even of Hunter's Hill, something called Mount Pleasant.
Was it a cemetery?
No, because
No, that's-
it's in the same font and writing as the
Yeah,
areas. So speaking of that, it says Lee's or Pitt's Corner.
Yeah,
yeah.
Did anyone ever refer to it as Lee's Corner?
yeah.
Oh, really?
Remain and Williams.
So pre or post Pitts, was it known by that? But you have heard people that,
Yes, pre,
I would think,
I would guess.
yeah.
but
But if you want George Ware's cemetery, I have it. I have his headstone. That's mine. Mine.
you take it from the cemetery? Auction it off at
We
eBay.
built a new gate for the cemetery. We cared for the cemetery for years.
So you're like, hey buddy, this is mine now.
And I documented everything on every stone. I took a piece of paper, oriented myself, how many stones are over and what each headstone
Oh,
said.
just like Helen Wayne.
Because in the 40 years that
Yeah.
I've been there, you can't read things now as
Yeah.
anywhere near as clear.
Right.
as you did 40 years ago when I showed up there and wrote everything.
How many are in there?
Wow.
How many heads are in there? How many stones?
I've lived there 40 years. How many stones are
Yeah.
there? Ooh, 12, 13, 14, something like that. That's just a fast guess.
How many of it, but the Ware last name?
Is that the one?
All of
It's
them?
the Ware Church.
Oh,
Cemetery. That's the
okay.
name of it.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
ever see it in some of your things, it's Ware
Church, oh,
There
okay.
are churches in there and there are Wares in there.
Oh, okay.
Right. Very good.
Now, did either person but that name live in that area? So was it like,
George Ware lived in the house that was the poorhouse
oh,
up the
okay.
street
George, okay.
on the south side of Main Street. I lived on the north side of Main Street. There was no house there. It was built by a family called Perry Suit. Joe Perry Suit, yeah, Perry Suits. So the Portuguese family, and they hyphenated two last names, Perry. So his name wasn't, first name wasn't Perry, it was Joe, but Perry Suit was their
Last
last name.
name?
And they sold that house in 1951 to my father, and we've owned it ever since.
Did George Ware become a town physician too, like his father?
He was a
He
doctor.
was a
Yes,
physician.
yes.
Was he the town physician he was?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, very.
Yeah, I love it. Our next meeting is January 13th, 2026.
Oh, you just said something and it's, a light bulb just went off. I'm sorry. William O. Lee
Oh,
lived there in Canberra's house before Canberra lived there.
Oh,
So you asked me if
Yeah,
the
yeah.
corner was known as Lee.
Yeah.
That was William O. Lee's house.
yeah.
Now Pitts was the mail station, the mail.
Right, he had a store there, so,
Okay, so
yeah.
yes, it was pre-Pitts.
yeah.
Because Lee is William O. Lee, who lived in the White House, which is Canberra's house, which has either Trump in the window or Santa
Yeah,
waving at
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Gotcha. Next door to Flat Rock School.
Gotcha.
Okay, so yes, it was definitely Lee Corner.
It's funny how there's like the Fish Corner School and all these. I'm surprised it didn't become known as Pitt's School, considering it's right on their land.
So evidently the Flat Rock was more prominent than the people. What can I tell you?
As the landowner, I would have been insulted, I'd be like, excuse me, like,
You really-
I'm the Rock, okay.
The fish school was named after a person. who-
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But
But it
like,
must have been, however, when people settled in certain areas, they were known as so-and-so's corner, or this one's hill.
right,
or
because that would become a schoolhouse
Because they didn't have
quite some time
half
after Pitt.
names, because they were road names or anything at that point in time.
Right, because William Street was called Upper Street.
Yeah.
When my mother moved to Dayton in 1951, her address was RFD, which stands for
Rural
Rural
Free
Free
Delivery.
Number 1, Dayton, Mass. No Main Street. Main Street wasn't Main Street in 51? Come on, people.
Is it because it was, Main Street was the one that's currently Water Street?
No.
Not Water Street.
It was Main
Main
Street.
Street was
Main
always
Street
Main
is where
Street.
they block your car both ways. You can't get out of your driveway. Main Street's always been Main Street, but her address, when you
Was-
sent her
That was
something.
her mailing address.
Yep.
RFD 1,
Yeah.
Dayton, Mass.
Because
How weird is that in 51?
That's
Because when I lived in Berkeley, on South Main Street in Berkeley, ours was RFD 1, Berkeley, Mass.
but you had a street name though, right?
No,
No, you did, so it wasn't even, wow.
Your mailing address didn't have a street name
Right.
on it.
The street might have had a name, but.
Oh, I see.
Had went to RFD 1.
I see.
Yeah.
So where would you pick up your mail?
it was dropped off in a mailbox.
Oh, okay. So there's no central like post office.
Berkeley's never had a post office. They did get a zip code finally.
They still don't have a post office?
That's
This- to this day?
Really?
Everything goes out of Taunton.
Or she'll come to Dayton. Because I've met her there.
Sometimes
So-
post offices were located in the local store, like grocery store.
Well, when they were petitioning whatever to get a zip code, it was going to be at the Berkeley Common Store.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, it must have fallen through or whatever, so they still kept the zip code. You know, but I can remember, I always said RFD.
That's so crazy. that no post office in
That's
Berkeley.
the way they
That's
sorted
bizarre.
the mail,
That's funny.
Yeah,
so.
Well, but-
and you had a rural carrier that delivered your mail.
Some guy.
Your name on the box. And we had Mr. Riley, who never was satisfied with the height of the mailboxes. And he argued with my uncle. Now, my uncle cemented his in the
He's
ground.
like, that's not moving.
And my uncle said, it ain't moving. Well, he said, it's not up to code. And my uncle had measured it, because I remember the big fight he had with Mr. Riley. I remember Mr. Riley had glasses like this, and he go down in his.
Yeah, you want to interview that for your story, for your preserving memory. The mail station was across the street from Lee's house. He had a garage. There was a building there, and that was a mail station.
Is that the building now
The
that
red
somebody's living in?
Yes.
Yes.
And the
had
doggy daycare.
A doodle daycare. Yes. Let's put 2 and 2 together, shall we?
Interesting.
Mm.
So this- she's just.
I often wondered what
She still lives, someone still lives there, the owner of the dog house.
Like a daycare.
Doggy
Lives
daycare.
there. It is still a house.
It's a house. The doggy daycare, only if you have a doodle.
It's specifically for.
You don't,
that
you have a
purpose.
German Shepherd, you can't bring your dog there.
That's discrimination.
No,
That
it's-
is-
well,
What's a lean dog? So anyway, our next meeting date is.
sorry, Pat.
January
5,
15th.
yeah. Oh, what happened to the 5th?
What?
Oh, no, that's, the next meeting is January 5th for the 250th.
Oh, okay,
So ours is the 13th at 6
gotcha.
here. I did send you all our meeting dates for 2026.
Do you want me to put a reoccurring meeting calendar on the site? Just to have it reoccurring, just the calendar itself, and then we just add the agenda to it?
I thought that's what we did already. We don't with that?
Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah, I feel like it's easier.
I thought we have all in one.
Well, is that what Leanne adds the agenda to when I give it to her, give it to you?
I would think so, just for zoning.
Oh, so you could just add it.
So we can, as long as I have all of the meeting dates,
Yeah,
we can do reoccurring,
okay, let's do that.
and then just the agenda gets added to it.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you get one of these? Because she's got. the
Yeah,
dates
I got
there.
that. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I did, and then I spilt my water all over it, so
It's
I
all
didn't bring it in.
Go figure.
As I was leaving, I was like, ew.
Have a response to the form.
Oh, good, good. Correspondence, we didn't have any.
So sad.
So sad.
They wanted to talk.
So anyway,
Christmas greeting.
if that's it, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
So Rafa, when do-
Hold on.
I got to learn a little more history of the town.
Everybody know what's going on with